What is good, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Thinking Corner. We back with another one for y'all. I know technically I'm not in a corner. I'm in, on a couch. I'm not in the corner, but y'all get the idea. Y'all get the gist of the situation. But welcome back to another episode. It's your boy KP. We back here to make y'all think once again on this fine Thursday. So today, what I want to speak on, what I want to get us thinking about is the things that you can control, the things that we can control. There's a lot of things outside of our control that we put a lot of our focus on. And I want us to actually think about those things that we can control and how controlling those will change a lot of the outcomes that we have. So like I said in the beginning, quite often we get so consumed with things that go on around us and what other people are doing to us, how a certain situation may affect us or how situations affect other people, but we never take the time out and hold ourselves accountable and focus on the things that we can change for ourselves that will drastically change our situations. So I want to speak on some things that we can look to focus on and control within ourselves. Starting with the first one is our attitudes. Our attitudes towards situations can be the deciding factor on how we will approach it or how we're going to handle it. If somebody's talking to us and we automatically have an attitude, which is very common for a lot of us, the situation is automatically going to be, a bad encounter. So the way we have our attitudes towards certain situations can help change the outcomes. When you show that self-control in yourself and you check yourself, check your attitude, change your attitude and be more positive, that affects your relationships. It affects the things that go on around you. It affects the people that you bring into your life. So if there's one thing that you should focus on, it is your attitude in everyday situations. Another thing that we can control is our habits. If you know me, I have a saying that the habits you build today create the lifestyle you live tomorrow. You control the things that you do on the daily basis. Habits are things that we do every single day that is just locked into our brain, that is just like second nature. I got a habit of doing things. I got a habit of talking to you guys. You know what I'm saying? So if we choose to control the good habits that we have and acquire more good habits, that would lead us down a better path. We can choose to control the habits that we pick up, the habits that we do away with, and the habits that we want to continue. You can't control the habits that other people have around you. You can't control what other people may want to do. So you start with you. You start with what you can control. You can control your environment, the habits that people have around you. You can control the habits that you have. You can control the things that go on around your bubble. And if there's, some protruding that bubble, you make sure it get out your bubble. Control the things that you can control. Another thing that we can control is our self-care, making sure that we're taking care of ourselves, our mental. That's something that nobody else can do for you. You control what you do for your self-care. You can't allow other people to come in and affect your self-care because that is for you. We can't use the excuses of, oh, well, this person did this to me. This is why I can't better myself. That's invalid. We can control our self-care and what we do for ourselves. I can control going to a therapist. I can control going to journal. I can control practicing mindfulness. I can control those things, so you can too. And as long as you know that you can too, you have control over your life, your well-being. You have all the power over you. And that is what we need to have. We need to have complete power over ourselves and no one else. You also can control your efforts. We all have control over the effort that we put in everything. If we expect results out of anything that we do, we have to put proper effort in to get proper results. Your effort is literally a direct response of what you put in, a direct response. So you can control how bad you want to go, how hard you want something. And if you choose to not want something that's hard, you're going to put less effort in. So that is something that you can control. A lot of times we get so upset when certain things that we try out don't go our way, or if we're just not seeing the results we want, but we're not putting in the proper effort and the proper amount of effort to get the results that we want, and we start to blame other people. Those are things that are out of your control. You can control the effort that you put in to get out certain results. That is all upon you, me, and everyone else. Individually, our efforts determine our results, flat out. We also can control our own priorities. So focus on controlling your priorities, prioritizing the right things. We prioritize a lot of the things that do us no justice. You know, we procrastinate, we push things off, and we think that it's going to be there later on, or we got time to do it, and we prioritize other things that might not have any substance for us. So it's important that we focus on our priorities and control where we're spending our time and where we're putting our energy and efforts into. And that rolls me right into, we can control how we spend our time. We control the things that we put around us. We control the things that we go do. We control all of those things. Nobody else. Nobody's forcing you to go do that thing that you don't do. You have the power to say no. That is within your control. Nobody is demanding that you have to go do whatever you don't want to do. Majority of us are grown adults that can control how we spend our time, the things we do with our time. Now, if that's a problem within yourself, if you're wasting time, you have to be an adult and self-check yourself and realize that you are spending your time the wrong way. We need to be spending our time the proper way. We need to control the things that we do with our time so we can get the maximum results out of the time that we put in to the things that we want. Now, one big thing that we can control that is major is our perspectives. Majority of us live and operate with the half empty mindset instead of an optimistic half full mindset. So you can control the perspective you have about life and everything that comes with it. Perspective is all within here. That is something to think about. Think about the things that you pay attention to and you have a negative response towards it, or it's just, no, I don't think I can do that, or I don't know if I can do that. Change that to, I'm going to figure out how I can do this. I think I can go do that. I know I can go do that, instead of being pessimistic and automatically resorting to the worst. We can control that within our minds. Will it take time? Will it take practice? Absolutely. But perspective is key. How you look at things, how you look at the world, how you look at situations that go on in your life. It's important to look with a proper perspective, a half full, optimistic perspective, so you can attack everything you need to head on and efficiently. And last but certainly not least, we can control how we talk to ourselves. This plays a part with your perspective as well, but focus on how you talk to yourself. If you are a person that degrades yourself, puts yourself down, and tell yourself that you're not good enough, you will believe those things. And you can control what you say to yourself. You can control the feelings that you put onto yourself, the words that you put into your own mind. A lot of the times we think outside people are putting these words onto us, but in reality, we spread them throughout our own mind, giving us our own self-doubt, our own uncertainty, and we accuse other people instead of looking in the mirror and realize I'm protruding these thoughts and these words onto myself, which is 10 times worse than someone else doing it to you. So you can control how you talk to yourself, the things you say, the things you think, all the words that go on in your brain, your subconscious, your conscious, and you can be the one to change it. No one else can change it for you. It has to be you. You can get guidance, but at the end of the day, you have to want that change for yourself. So I want us to take this week and focus on the things that we can control, and that's it. Don't worry about the things that's outside of your control. You can't control it. That has nothing to do with you. Don't try to control it. Control the things that are within your reach, things that you have direct access and control over. Those are the things that you change. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys for watching. I want y'all to leave a comment down. What things can you control and what will you focus on controlling going forward for 2024? Focus on the things that you can control. Share this out to all of your friends, your family, everyone that you think needs to hear this. So this has been another episode of the Thinking Corner with your boy KP. I'll see y'all next Thursday. Peace.